Okay, so this morning I'm just going to throw together a couple of note cards. I had used these prints. I'd done these prints the other day, and I wanted to use them on cards that I'm sending out to 3 people who won prizes in the Hoard game, Hoard, H-O-A-R-D, game that we have on our Facebook game room. And I will post a link below to give you, if you want to join the group. We just starting out. We play games, craft and hoarding, arts and supply hoarders united. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm just going to take take the prints after I scanned them, because I like to keep a copy of all my prints in case I want to recreate, which I do. And I'm just going to take the note cards that I cut up. I'm going to get a piece of don't mind this mess. I need some paper towel. Hold on a minute or something. Okay, I happen to have 4,600, 800, something like that, 6,000 a piece, so let me put that under there. I don't think this is wet in any way, but I just want to make sure. Okay, so basically what I'm going to end up doing is adhering this to the note card, and then I usually sign off on the back. But what I did was I printed out what I want to say, which is I do not have craft hoarditis. I have small space osis, and I did it on the my favorite new technique, which is printing it on paper towel. Oops, oh no. Okay, anyways, so what you do is, if you haven't done this before, you have to take a piece. I use spray adhesive on the back. This is just the dollar store brand towel. I haven't tried it without, you see all this texture and piling and quilting, or whatever they want to call it. I have to try it with the flatter. But anyways, this is what I have. So, I printed out. I sprayed the adhesive. I put on a piece of cardstock. Then I taped it at the top to make sure it would feed without getting caught up in the printer. Print it on my regular printer, regular settings. Then what I do is hold on, sorry for the crossover. I spray it with this. This is from the dollar store. Everybody knows, mixed media on a dime, that's me. And it's unscented, and it kind of has a candy smell to it. I also have the Krylon, and I have other brands of the fixative, but the smell is crazy. You can't spray it inside it, and I have no patience to go outside, let it dry. Not my luck at all, be drying out there and take off for a walk. So anyways, so I spray it with this, from afar, so I don't, mess it up too much, which I think I might have a little bit, but whatever. And let it dry, and that stuff will even keep this stuff under control. Dilutions ink spray, and if it will do that, see my other video on this. I have a quick tip clip on this. If it'll do it on that, it'll do it on anything, because that stuff, if you spray this on something and you leave it on a stencil, let's say, and you put it in a book. I always use this book to just oh, these are old, oh my god, look at my first work. This is my first work ever doing this is what I thought was mixed media, just taking junk and adding it. But anyways, that was back in last October, I think. Yep, November 14th. Anyway, so I was doing these, and I think this one is one of my favorites, so I like this one. I did this in May. But anyways, I made a mistake, and I took it out, the stencil, and it still had the dilutions on it. And I didn't think anything of it. I thought, oh, it's just dry paint. Because I don't, very rarely, unless I'm using a paste or something, I don't dry clean my stencils too good. Anyway, so it's 5 o'clock in the morning. I haven't had coffee, so give me a break. Anyways. So I put it down, and I start to use it, and it's spreading everywhere. I'm going, what the heck? I said I haven't used this in forever. Well, that's what it was. It was Faded Illusions. Ended up being a very nice mistake. Actually, one of my more popular iCads, the Create one. So, anyways, I learned a lesson. We were talking last night. I was invited in to talk with these ladies. They were so funny. I don't have the hang of it. I didn't want to show myself on camera. Next time I will. But anyways, it was a ball. Learned a lot, you know, just about different people's techniques and ideas. Anyways, I was telling them they do Project Light. I was tried, this was my 1 week that I did, what is it, Documented Life? Whatever it's called. I probably have it written in here somewhere. But anyways, I lasted 1 week. Because I don't really have anything to talk about. I don't do anything but hang out and party in my craft room, so this is probably going to be used, go over it, and tear the pages out and make it up for somebody for Christmas gift. Because, anyways, alright, so back to what we were doing. That's me. Go off on a tangent. Okay, so I'm going to cut these out, and I think I'm just going to cut them randomly, a random look. I'm not going to try to be, I could cut them out with a silhouette and get a nice clean edge and a shape, but I think I'm just going to kind of wing it here. Like I said, I sprayed these. I hope I sprayed them enough. We'll know when I start putting Mod Podge on them. I'll probably use the gloss. Well, maybe. No, I think I'll start with the other one. Okay, so this is like a weird shape. In fact, I'm going to try to make it look weirder. I don't like anything that's too even, I'm not, so why should my work be, right? I just think it looks better when it's randomly. Alright, so we'll just, okay, so that's that. Alright, especially for crafters, right? Alright, so what you do is you take this and you have to remove the plies. And this one it's just the 2. Now, when you hit this up, it's not too bad. Well, you know, I guess it depends on the paper towels you use. But when I put this down, it's kind of going to stretch. So you have to think about that when you put it down. So let me get some matte. I think I'll use a matte Mod Podge. I bet my neighbors can hear me talking to myself. In my apartment, it's 5 o'clock in the morning. I mean, normally light goes on, you wouldn't hear, but okay, let me put this over here so I don't get it all over everything. And I'm just going to do the back. Like I said, it's going to stretch. It's kind of durable, but I don't know if you use other stuff. I also like to do it on deli paper, but deli paper doesn't give the same texture and the same transparency that I want for this in this case. I use deli paper and more on my canvases and things. Okay, so you see that kind of stretching already. Now this is what I didn't want to happen. So let me move this piece. Alright, and I'm just going to center this. It doesn't have to be perfect because it's, you know, for crafters. Okay, but you do want to put it down. You want to watch for this because you want to be able to read it. So you kind of gotta roll it on, you know. Hopefully this is not going to bleed because I sprayed it. Now, will I... Now, I could have printed this right out from my scanner, but I like the texture. And since these aren't like part of a series that I sell, which I'll probably end up doing and more so, and also having them professionally printed. I mean, I have a color laser, but I got to get toner for it because if you run out of one, it's like $100 and something. Anyways, I should try before I spend money, but I do have a local person that's a friend of mine from the past. Anyways, I haven't talked to her in years, but she has a company, and hopefully her prices aren't too bad if I go in that route. But anyways, I like this texture because this is actually for, you know, a couple friends. So, we'll give them the whole shebang. Alright, now I like that, but I think I'm probably going to do a little doctoring with pens. And as I was saying yesterday, I'm not real good with some pens. I'm pretty impatient, don't wait for things to dry. So the best pens that I have found lately are these. And these are Molotov, and I got them at Dick Blick. I can't even remember how much they were. I'm thinking under $4. But anyways, the thing with these, they're paint markers, but they, the thing with this is you can actually buy these other ones. I think this one has, you can put one other tip in, but there's some you can put different size tips in, so you can, and you can refill. I'm not sure this is the ones that you can refill, but just for instance, no, I don't want to use any of these. These are like I was telling the ladies, I just do note cards. I take my index cards, and when I'm playing, trying a new technique, I do it on a card like this. And then what I, you know, if I have a couple colors out, I put about 4 of them on, and I just try different patterns and things. So this was one day playing around. These were actually leftovers, and I tried some salt and stuff to get that texture. Leftovers, and I wanted to try what different finishes over the ink, because it was this ink, the Bombay, which I love. So, and this I was just doing drippings and then whatever. I have this also in red because I played with it on the computer and altered it. It's actually prettier in red. But anyways, what I do is I take these and I keep them over here. But then I also have this blank that I print out, and it's just a heart card, and it has a quote on it, my address, and I do something to coordinate with the front of the card. And I sign it, and if I've given it a name or whatever, I'll put that on there. And then I take, oh, here's another one. Okay, this one, what's going on here? Okay, so then, oh, this one is already taped. So then I'll tape it to the back. See, this one coordinates with this. I use the double-sided tape, and I'll trim this off, and I'll probably put a quote on here. That's probably why it's not done. These aren't attached yet because I'm going to put quotes on the front. And then what I do is I send them out as postcards to my friends. But what was I saying? Oh, what were we even talking about? I don't even know. Yeah, that's my problem. I go off one thing and go to another thing. And I always keep the paper here. The paper under here I love. I've already had somebody call this. They want this. I saw it in the video. And I also always take my leftover paint and throw it on things. And I get the best effects. Like this is just a little flash card. And I've just been layering it with different colors in a plain card. And I use those in different things. So, I'm very cheap. I will not throw too much out. Okay, so then I made these. I'm going to put them in this. These are my new series that I'm calling Just Saying Note Cards. Actually, this is not the right paper. This is the old one. But I put them in these clear things. And if it's being mailed out, I don't put this in. This is for sale or something. It's two-sided. I address it, put a little washi tape to make it prettier, and I usually try to cover the card so it's a surprise still, but it still shows the colors. I put tape on an address, and I mail them out. What, 69 cents each, and you know, it makes people smile. I have so many friends that just put them on their desks, you know, can make your day, and anyways, that's where we are. Okay, so what are we waiting here for? Oh, I know what I was going to do. Duh! Okay, I was going to show you the pens here. Let me show you how these do. Okay, now this is the white. Now this one has been acting up, but it's because I did something wrong with it. I have a couple more, but I buy them and then I give them away because I like to pass on good products. I bought a whole bunch of the not the gelatos. These are my gelatos, but I had the starter set. I think I tore up the box to use it in craft, so. But they're like $10 and you get a set of, I think, 12. So I usually buy those for people that have never used gelatos. They're the same thing. It just doesn't have a name on the end. I mean, I don't see any difference in it. You know, like, one will be the same. It's just that these will say blueberry and this one doesn't. But they work the same. So anyways, So if you want to start a kit, start with the gel sticks, $10. You can't go wrong. I think you can even get them in some Walmart. But then I wanted more, and I got excited, and I really like those. I use those almost in everything I do. So those and the big, this is another of my favorites. I love these. Betsy, my girl, Betsy. She turned me on to these, but these are great for shading. I use these to do all kinds of shading. Is this shaded with it? No, that's not shaded with it. Oh, this is like a card I just use for all kinds of tests. Oh, that's that. I think that's that pen. Anyway. Okay, off in another tangent. Come back to life. I really gotta get some coffee, guys. Anyways, okay. So this is the white, but it's not going to show you exactly the way I want it to. But let's just say we're going to do something. It's a nice white. It's not a. Let me see. This is the painter's, which I. Okay, now it's dripping already. This is the painter's one. Hold it. Come on, baby, work. Anyways, this is the painter's one, which is not working so hot, and it doesn't. This pen, and what's the other one that everybody uses? The Signal, which I like the Signal too. But the only problem with the Signal is that, like I said, I'm kind of impatient, so it won't. Come on, baby, work. This comes out lighter. You can see if I can get it to work. Plus, it doesn't always work on every medium. You know, they kind of like stick, and that's what I think that one's doing. Could be the pen. I got so many pens here, and I use them so much. No, it's pretty much. I think it's the medium because this is a flat paint. Anyway, but this one will be nice, and it's white. You don't have to keep going over it. So now that I've done these, I'm gonna have to do something to doctor this whole card up. But I bought one in black, and I think they come in like lots of colors, so I'm probably going to keep adding to my collection of them, because they do work on like almost everything that I've tried them on, and like I said, they move smooth, they seem to be lasting a long time, so I would recommend them. Alright, but anyways, so that's those. So what I'll do is I'll probably, once this dries and you see how flimsy it is, it's because I did it on this paper that I don't usually use. It's like a glossy paper, print paper. But anyways, hopefully it'll flatten out as it dries. I'll probably just do a little border type thing, like stitching or something. And then I slap it on the card, and I send it off. So, it's just a little something, you know, to give to my friends when I give them little prizes, because I had winners. Here's the prizes, just to show you what we do. We go on, we just started this, but it's like a bingo game. We had 3 games the other night. Hold on a minute. One person won this, which is scrappy tape, which if you use any kind of score tape, or the red line, I think it's called, this is 30 yards. And it's, when you put it down, it's actually, if you're using it on something behind, something like a vellum, it's nice because it's whiter or clearer than the score tape. You get much more for your money. This is 30 yards. I sell these, I think, $3.99 on my Etsy page. But I also have coupons. So if you message me or something, I'll give you a coupon to try the first roll. I take like $1 off. So if you want to try that. And also, I usually have them 1/8 of an inch and the 1/2 an inch, but I have to restock. And I do a big buy, and I try to get my friends in because it's cheaper as you get the buys. So if you use these a lot, let me know, because you can go in on one of the buys. When you get to 100, the price goes down a lot. So that's one of the prizes. Then we had this set of, well, part of the set of the Mind's Eye washi tapes. That was another prize. I mean, you know, it's not much, but it's a prize, right? And then the third person got the Molotov. So I have 2 prizes. The first person that wins gets a choice. Da 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 da. So I'm mailing these out with a card. I better get the cards out before I post this video, I guess. So, you know, just a little something, something. So anyways, guys, that's my little share for the morning. Hope you have a good day. I'm going to try to go to my garage. I've got to look I have all my ceramic tools and things down there, and a lot of the tools you use with the mixed media. So I have to look for my speedball carver because I saw a friend's stamps this morning, and I'm like, wow, they were her first ones. I was like, wow, I've been trying. I tried my hand at it. I don't know if I'm getting the wrong material or whatever, but I did when I do that often. What am I saying? I did one. Every time I go out, I go to the dollar store, I go to Walmart, and I look for things, different different materials, and then I do comparisons because I'm really mixed media on a dime. New series I'm trying to put together if I ever get caught up. I probably won't get caught up until mid-September with the Alzheimer's walk coming up, and I'm doing an auction for the jewelry from Jill's Beady Posse. But more of that, you'll be seeing that coming up in a week or so. I'm going to start, really blasting you guys with that because, not to get into it, but I lost my sister last year. So, anyways, more to come on that, okay? Have a good day. Love you. Bye.